1, 2, 3, now. Ooh, that's good. You do got that fishing affliction. That's good. Woo! Boy, don't get no better that first thing in the morning. Woo!
How big is this fish? How big is that?
Oh, God, what a monster. An absolute monster. Woo! Man, that fires me up. You know what?
Big dog, it's time to wet a line, because it's Fishin' Affliction time for those who've got it bad. Well, mom and dad's grabbed the kids, it's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch them down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. Cause me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Art Defo, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that fishing affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that fishing affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that fishing affliction.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and I got that fishing affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy, here.
Oh, my.
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's Fishing Affliction time, and welcome into today's episode featuring the Titanium Rig by Strike King and the Big Dog, and some great Old Hickory Lake fishing action. Can't get enough Fishing Affliction TV? Then be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Vimeo channels where you will find web-exclusive content. And don't forget to like our ever-popular and growing Facebook page, and at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishing Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy some great fishing action on Old Hickory Lake, featuring Strike King's new Titanium Rig and the Big Dog, right here on Fishin' Affliction TV.
Is he okay?
Now, well, one of us is rigged, ready to go, and the other one is sitting here waiting on the other one to get rigged and ready to go.
And do you know why we have to wait?
No, I don't, because one of us is needing glasses and is in denial, I think.
No, I'll tell you why we have to wait, is one of us knows where the fish are and the other one doesn't. And it's the one doing the bait knows where the fish are. Oh!
I know where they're at. They're right here.
They're
in the water.
I think these fish will be on Dan's spots today, Big Dog. What's it like to come fishing with your pal Dan?
I like fishing with Dan.
When he's been catching big ones.
Well, I'm not going to make any comments there because all it's going to do is get me in trouble.
Let me ask you this about this.
You've been catching some really good ones, man.
I have, and everything has been on these new caffeine. These are the swimmers right here, Big Dog. Yeah. Aren't they great? And we get one more to put on here, but with that in mind, this is
the middle one's going to be a caffeine shad.
Caffeine, oh yeah, the caffeine shad. But these are the actual swimmers right here, though, the new swimmers. And I've been whacking them on that. We've got some really big fish I've caught on that. And this is the Titanium Squadron. Is that right? Is that the official name of this bait, Big Dog? The Titanium?
Well, I call it the Titanium Umbrella Rig.
Well, and there's a reason, because that's exactly what Strike King calls it too. But check it out.
Tour grade type. Yeah, it looks really good in the water.
Doesn't it? And I got one more to put on, Big Dog, and then I will take you to my fish.
Oh, lovely.
Well, folks, as you can tell, the Big Dog and I are chomping at the bit to hit the waters of Old Hickory Lake to try out Strike King's brand new Titanium Umbrella Rig that also features willow leaf flashers on all the arms. Now, this 5-wire bait is easily modified to make it legal to fish in Tennessee by adding 2 willow leaves to any of the arms that you choose, and then dressing up the remaining arms with your favorite Strike King Shadalicious bait or the brand new caffeine swimmer. And folks, this Titanium Umbrella Rig from Strike King gives off an unbelievable flash and will catch some monster fish. And we couldn't wait to fish it.
Where's he at, Big Dog? Oh yeah. Strike King Titanium Rig. Look at that, Big Doggy. That's a nice fish, man.
That's a nice fish. Ooh. Got some wind here, so I'm trying to just block the microphone.
I'll tell you what, man, I know this was a released fish because look, he's got a hole right there too.
And look at how big the belly is. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to put this one in the box. Skillet's on my side, man. That's the game you like to play.
Wait, I thought we were a team today, big dog.
We're always a team, man.
I thought we were a team today.
We're always a team, but I've noticed that every time you start out ahead, we start counting. So
I know it.
I'm starting out ahead today, so we're gonna start counting.
But before you make that cast, let's see that rig one time, because it's right there. So you got the actual small little caffeine shads on yours.
Yeah, that's true.
And I got the swimmers on mine.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
So we're gonna have the swimmer caffeine competition.
Well, you know, I'm on your team. Just remember.
Yes, sir.
Go get him, big doggy. You rolling, big doggy?
I ain't getting one this funny.
Boy, big dog, I'm tell you what. I'm glad we're on the team together. I am so glad we're on.
He didn't have a shot in the dark. That fish didn't have a shot in the dark.
I am so glad we're on the same team.
Well, he wasn't a giant, but I got one in his bottom fin and one in his mouth, and that's 14 inches.
Would you like to put the tape measure to him?
Well, it's been so long since I caught a 14 incher. I think this is one.
You might want to do that.
Oh, this is a 14 incher. And a little chunky 14 incher. She's got a belly on her, so we're gonna go ahead and run this on her. But that's a 14.5 inch fish. No, just barely. Well, no, I don't have her mouth all the way closed, but she's 14 inches. You would agree to that, right?
I would agree to that.
All right.
Unless the TWRA man comes, then I will say he's 13 and barely.
I'm gonna say you got it.
And that he's your fish. I got it on film.
Oh yeah, you got it on film. That's really tricky. Ha ha ha.
It's called.
All right, back to work.
It's called bass mail.
Well, folks, the big dog already has 2 dandy Old Hickory largemouths in the Ranger's live wells throwing the Strike King titanium rig. And in a moment, we'll be right back with some more fish in action. But right now, let's go see some pictures from this week's
In the Wild. Your pictures in the wild. Brought to you by Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee.
Folks, meet Lauren Nicole Overstreet. She is the queen of catching skipjack, and this was number 6 of the day. And here is a dandy small jaw caught on Percy Priest and sent to us by Darren Morrissey. And today's Miss Vic pick, an absolutely stunning sunset on beautiful Old Hickory Lake. Folks, you can post your pictures to our ever-popular Facebook page, and maybe you'll see them right here on the big screen.
In the Wild. Your pictures in the wild. Brought to you by Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee.
You're the rookie. This is your moment.
Market 15 pounds, 10 ounces, steel champions this year, Kentucky Lake Strike King.
When you tie on a bait by Strike King,
hey man, we got your back.
You're standing on the shoulders of legends.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Fishin Affliction's Facebook page. Like it.
So tell me a little bit about how you're feeling the bite on this. It's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, now, if you're normally fishing an Alabama rig or in Tennessee, a Tennessee rig, because you're only supposed to use 3 hooks in Tennessee, the titanium kind of pulsates with the bait on it, which is really a cool thing when you come across a brush pile, because it makes it look like a menace darting away. You know, it's making a quick movement, which is what you want to have happen. And I know you've probably seen different crankbaits you've had that seem like they caught fish better than others. They might have had a little bit more erratic movement, and that can be a really good thing. But on this titanium rig, because of that little bit more sponge, it takes you a couple hours of fishing it to figure out that the bite's a little bit different. I mean, it's a little spongier bite.
I noticed one of the things in the design that Strike King has addressed too, they've actually shortened the arms on this one here just a little bit.
They're straight out. They make it look more like a ball of, well, if you can shine your camera down there on the edge of these things, it makes it look more like a big ball of minnows coming through the water. See? So, but anyway, it's an awesome bait. Now, there are tournaments that's already starting to, you know, make them illegal, but we're not in a tournament.
Well, kinda.
Oh, we're not in a tournament, please.
We're kinda in one.
Oh, okay, whatever you say, Dan, this is your deal. It's your world, I'm just playing.
Oh, I know. We're always in a tournament.
Oh, okay.
Always in a tournament, big doggy.
I just lost a monster.
Yeah, okay, with the camera rolling too. You ever notice how the big dog always loses a monster while the camera's rolling on him? It's that famous Big Dog TV Fishin Affliction hook set. And by the way, did you ever notice he never loses a little fish? It's always a monster.
I can't help that, Dan.
Oh, let me go catch a monster, folks, so we can see what a true monster looks like on Fishin Affliction TV. Well, folks, as you know, we're always having fun on Fishin Affliction TV and always having a little competition between the big dog and I whenever we're fishing together. But the truth of the matter is that the big dog is a whole lot more serious and a whole lot more competitive in these competitions than I am. Rolling, big dog.
You went deep on me right there.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that's a...
Dang it. Dang it.
I want my dollar.
Dang it. And double
I want
dang
my
it.
dollar.
Dang it. Dang it.
I did see him though. This time there was a reason to say dang it. How can you get this way when you miss a fish?
Dang it.
You could get away from the camera, can you?
I accidentally followed.
You'd want me to. Oh, I'm going back to my wife on the phone.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And I'm rolling now.
That looks like a little bit better fish.
Boy, that looks like a dandy, big dog.
What? We'll get it on the camera.
That's all right. Nice fish, big dog. You made that call too. That was a good call. Nice fish too.
Boy, he's got it. Now, I missed several fish, and that one really didn't have it good. I don't know, that's just the stage area. Now, it's a fat little female, it looks like. Look, she's got a little yellow to her tail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this goes in my side.
Yes, it does. Let me get out of your way so I can watch you do that.
Little keeper.
You got a nice little stringer of fish going, big doggy.
Well, not yet, but we will before the day, because I know before long you're going to go, hey, I'll put you on my spot now.
Well, no, this has been a plan today. We were going to go try some different things.
Oh, we were, huh?
Well, no, I wanted you to see these other spots.
Okay.
I wanted you to see these other spots, and let's see what we could catch. And that was a great cast you just made on that one. You just working down some spud poles, man. That's awesome. Well, folks, as you've heard from the beginning of this episode, I've been teasing the big dog about having a spot where we could catch some big fish. And I really wasn't teasing him. I really did. Now, this spot is not a spot that the big dog had never fished before, but it is a spot that I came across by myself thinking that I had found something that, in all actuality, the big dog had known about it for a long, long time. But nonetheless, I was the one reaping the rewards by catching those big fish that were there because I was the only one fishing it, as the big dog has been fishing on other lakes and not Old Hickory. With that said, I had caught some dandies just 2 days before we filmed this show, and here are a couple of those monster largemouths. Now we're talking. What about that? What about that right there? Oh, okay. That is awesome. That is just awesome. What a fish. What a fish. My gosh, what a tank. Look at that fish. There they are. There's the baits that I'm using, the rig that I'm using, the Strike King swimmers. Brand spanking new from Strike King, and how about that? Just an absolute beautiful fish. I'm on a little pattern now, and I'm figuring it out pretty good. And this Strike King swimmer, man, it is doing the trick. They are just hitting it almost every cast. All right, well this one doesn't have a broken jaw, but she is beautiful. Look at her go. Oh man, how about that, huh? How about that? Okay. All right, shallow structure with a little deeper water, wood in particular, and of course the Strike King swimmer. How about that? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Felt good right there. Uh-oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Man, they are just stacked out here. They are just absolutely stacked out here. This is another big one. This is another big one. Oh my. Look at this. Another monster. Oh my. This is bigger than the last one. This, oh my gosh. This is, oh my gosh. You tell me how big this fish is. You tell me. You tell me how big this fish is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, folks. Look at that beautiful fish. I can't believe it. Look how big that fish is. I'm gonna see if I can measure it real quick. Look at this fish. Folks, what a fish. What an unbelievable fish, folks. Okay, all right, she is a tank. She is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tank. Let's get this girl back. My gosh, she's a monster. There she goes. Folks, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm on him. I'm on him. I'm absolutely on him. And folks, now you see why I wanted to take the big dog to my spot. Well, kind of my spot. And when we return, that's exactly where we're heading. But right now, let's head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicky's got cooking this week. In the Skillet with Miss Vicki, the most delicious part of Fishin' Affliction TV.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicki Porter, and today I've got a breakfast recipe for you that can be eaten at any time of the day. It's my sausage breakfast wraps. And now for the ingredients. You will need turkey sausage, roasted red peppers, onion powder, egg beaters, chopped green chilies, chili powder, flour tortillas, salsa, and Mexican cheese. First, we're gonna cook the sausage and then drain it when it's done. After you've cooked your sausage, then add it to a greased baking dish. Now mix in your roasted red peppers. Now sprinkle on your onion powder. Now we're gonna mix together our egg beaters, our green chilies, and our chili powder. Once we get this all mixed together, we're gonna pour this over the sausage. Now bake this uncovered at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes or until the eggs are set. When this is finished cooking, scoop your egg and sausage mixture into the tortilla, add a little bit of salsa and cheese, roll it up, and you're ready to sit down and enjoy. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com, and be sure to click on the YouTube icon to see this recipe as well as all of my other In the Skillets. I'm Vicki Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.
S11 sunglasses makes it like the water is not even there. Hey, as you get out crappie fishing this year, one of those fish you may catch quite often has a black bar across its head, and we've talked about it on here before. It's called a black-nosed black crappie. It originated for us anyway over in Arkansas. We went over there, the TWA did years ago, and got some over here and started stocking these in our lakes because they are a black crappie like the ones we have, except for that black streak on their nose. The reason that biologists wanted to do that is because it gave them an idea of how effective their stocking programs were being. So if you go fishing this year and you've never caught one before and you see this big old pretty crappie with a black racing stripe down its nose, know that it's a black-nosed black crappie, and they are fun to catch and they taste great. And yes, they do try to reproduce. They are not hybrids. They're a black crappie. All right, so when you're out there, remember that. Have a good time. Crappie fishing is great in Tennessee, and that program of black-nosed crappie helps. It's part of what helps it make it be that way. I'll see you next week right here on Fishin Affliction.
Fishin Affliction's YouTube channel. Watch it.
Welcome back to Fishin Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, Mercury Outboards, Deca Batteries, Okuma High Performance Fishing Gear, Seagar Fishing Line, Mustad Hooks, Onyx Life Jackets and Rainwear, Frayville, Real Magic, Rugged Marine Electronic Mounts by Ram Mounts, Wigwam Socks, BBG Marine, and Poindexter's Outdoors in Gallatin, Tennessee.
It's time for Gibby's Grand Ole Lures and Tackle Treasures.
In the area of pre-1900 fishing lures, generally the majority of the spinners were underwater spinners. However, I have two examples of topwater spinners. They're float chambers on a spinning shaft, which was made to troll along the top of the water. They would not go underneath the water. One of the most recognizable is a Jennings torpedo, and it came along in the 1870s, sold by a company called Abbey and Embry. A lot of people later on called it Abbey and Embry torpedo. It was a topwater lure made to stay on top water, and one of the very first topwater lures ever made. The collectability on the Jennings torpedo is probably a 9 out of 10.
Folks, this is just one of the Grand Ole Lures and Tackle Treasures in Mr. Gibby Gibson's tremendous collection. And folks, Gibby is a past president of the National Fishing Lures Collectors Club, a wonderful source of knowledge and friendships, and a place where you can see countless Grand Ole Lures and Tackle Treasures. Be sure to check out this wonderful organization online at nflcc.org.
You got a nice little stringer of fish going, big doggy.
Well, not yet, but we will before the day, because I know before long you're going to go, hey, I'll put you on my spot now.
Well, no, this has been a plan today. We were going to go try some different things.
Oh, we were, huh?
Well, no, I wanted you to see these other spots.
Yes. Okay.
I wanted you to see these other spots, and let's see what we could catch. And that was a great cast you just made on that one. You just working down some spud poles, man. That's awesome. You're not talking to the camera.
I'm sorry, Dan. You're right. I'm just got these other spud poles coming up, and I'm trying to catch.
And I'm in your way. All right, go on. Go on. I'm going to stay right here and film you.
Well, folks, the big dog was still catching fish, even though I was in his way trying to film him doing it. But I was only trying to get a little practice in before we went to my spot, because I knew what was going to happen when we got there.
Where is he, big doggy? Where is he?
Fish right here.
Where is he? Put it, big dog. Come on, big doggy. Where is he at, buddy? Oh my, big dog. Oh my. Oh, you better watch out. Oh, you better watch out, buddy.
That fish is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, he is. Oh my gosh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, my.
That fish is a nice solid fish right there, man. That's a good fish.
Oh my gosh, big doggy. Who's your pal? Who's your pal? Come on, man. Who's your pal? Big dog.
All right, we're gonna put him
on my side. Can you put him on my side?
I might have to. My other side's pretty full.
That is awesome, big doggy. That's what I'm talking about, big doggy. I'm talking about that.
That's what that titanium rig will catch for you, buddy.
Man. Whew. I get it. Where are you at, big doggy?
Way back, way back.
I see it.
He ain't as big as I thought. Not as big as I thought.
Oh,
he's
heck.
pretty big.
Big doggy.
Golly, that one like ripped it out of my hand.
Man. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, big. Oh my gosh. Well, after the big dog caught a couple of dandies off of my spot, it was time for the Fishin' Affliction hero shot of the day.
These are our best ones for the day, and we had a good day, man, on Old Hickory, on Old Slickery.
Hold that one up a little higher, big doggy. Man, look at there.
Yeah, them are good ones, aren't they? So,
man,
so here's 4 of our keepers. Good ones. Dan did a good job of scouting for this show here. I'm gonna give him credit where credit's due. So I'm gonna let these go.
Beautiful fish.
And you know what else, Dan? Number 5.
Not too bad, huh?
Number 5.
Not too bad.
Which, when you're a bass fisherman,
that's
5 counts big time.
That's what you want. So the titanium Strike King umbrella rig.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And we caught them on a couple different kinds of, you know, the swimming caffeine shad seemed to be the ticket today, but you know, there's different swimmers that we've been using that at different times. They seem to get on them a little better. So
it's so good to have a variety.
It's always good to have a variety and different colors, and maybe use a little dye at times, and especially with this little watercolor, you know, there's a few little tricks like that that always help out.
And you know, there's one thing for sure, when you're using Strike King baits, there is no problem having variety, is there, big dog? Man, they got the best of everything.
Yeah.
The sun is still shining. What should we do?
Fish.
All right, let's go. Well, folks, as you can see, we enjoyed an absolutely stunning sunset there on Old Hickory Lake, and also enjoyed a great day of fishing throwing Strike King's brand new titanium umbrella rig. And when you trick it out with your favorite Strike King swim bait, it absolutely catches big bass. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us here on Fishin' Affliction, and be sure to join us next week for another exciting adventure in God's great outdoors right here on
Fishin' Affliction TV, for those who've got it bad.
This week's Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Lou Henry.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at FishinAffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin' Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the big dog got it bad. They've got Fishin' Affliction for those who got it bad.
What are you saying?
I've been saying for the last 5 minutes, once we get past that log, welcome to my world. This part of the lake is my world, big doggy.
It's your world.
This is a place that you're not near as familiar with as I am.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. When's the last time you've been down here?
When's the last time I was on the water?
Oh, well, when you put the boat in and drove by, don't count.
That's enough of that. I'm going to go catch one, and you keep it.
We're talking about bass. Whatever.